Have you ever felt nervous when speaking English? Have you ever said a word and felt like it sounded wrong? You are not alone. Many people feel shy or embarrassed when they speak. Especially when it comes to pronunciation, many learners freeze. They want to say something, but the fear of sounding strange stops them. The words stay in their mouth. The voice stays inside. But today, I want to tell you a story. A quiet, beautiful story. It is about a woman who found her voice, not in a classroom, but in her own small room. Her name is Hana. She didn't study abroad. She didn't pay for classes. She didn't use fancy tools. She just wanted to speak English clearly and honestly from her heart. This story is not just for your ears, it is for your heart. If you are learning English, I believe this story will give you hope, comfort, and strength. So listen carefully, feel every word, and practice with me. You will improve your English, and more than that, you will improve your life. Let's begin. Hana lives in a small town in South Korea. She is 45 years old. Every morning, she opens her flower shop near the train station before the sun rises. She arranges roses, lilies, and sunflowers into colorful buckets. Her hands move with care. Her smile is quiet but kind. She loves her flowers and her small shop. Most customers speak Korean, but every spring, many tourists come to town. Some walk into her shop. They look around. Some speak in English. Hana freezes inside. They ask, "How much is this?" or "Can I take a photo?" She smiles, bows, and says, "Yes, okay," but her heart beats fast. She wishes to say more. She wants to say, "Welcome to Korea. These are fresh flowers. I hope you enjoy them." But the words don't come out. They stay stuck inside her mouth. She studied English in high school many years ago, but she forgot almost everything. Grammar rules, long words, and pronunciation gone. Only one thing remains: fear. She fears speaking incorrectly. She fears someone laughing. She fears feeling small. So she keeps quiet and avoids long answers. She hides her English. One day, a tourist from Canada visits her shop. He smiles and says, "안녕하세요." Hana laughs and gives him a flower for free. He replies, "Your English is good." She shakes her head. "No, bad English," she whispers. That night, her words stay in her heart. She can't sleep. She feels something begin to wake up inside her. She sits at the kitchen table and sees her son's old notebook. She picks it up. She opens to a blank page. She writes 3 words. "I want more." Not more flowers, not more money, more voice. She wants to speak clearly. She wants to feel brave. She wants to say what's in her heart. That's the moment something changes. It is quiet, small, but real. She decides, "I will learn English again, slowly, alone, but I won't stop this time." She doesn't have time for a language school. Her shop opens early and closes late. She doesn't have money for a private tutor or expensive apps. She tries YouTube. She types, "How to speak English by myself." Many videos appear. Most are too fast, too hard. But one video catches her attention. The video says, "You don't need to be perfect. You need to be clear." That line touches her deeply. She pauses the video and writes the sentence into her notebook. The video shares a method called self-talk. It says, "Talk to yourself in English every day. Talk about your life. Talk about your morning. Talk without fear." Hana smiles. This is something she can try. She doesn't need help. She only needs her own voice. She stands in front of her mirror and takes a deep breath. She says her first English sentence in 20 years. I am Hana. I sell flowers. I am happy today. Her voice is slow, strange, but real. She laughs at herself. The sound is funny. Her tongue moves slowly, but she feels alive. It is her voice, and it is speaking English. For the first time, she feels proud. She doesn't tell anyone, not her friends, not her son. This is her private moment, her secret garden. Every morning, she speaks one new sentence in front of the mirror. I like roses. They are soft. The sky is blue today. My back hurts, but I feel okay. Her words are simple, but they are true, and they are hers. She starts listening more carefully to English sounds in videos and songs. Pronunciation is still difficult. She knows how words look, but not how they sound. She is afraid to say them wrong, but she remembers the message: be clear, not perfect. Every time she says a sentence out loud, her confidence grows. She doesn't understand everything, but she feels something changing inside her like a small flame. English is no longer a school subject. It is a living thing. It is part of her mornings, part of her rhythm, part of her heart. She is ready to go deeper. The next week, Hana tries something new. She opens the voice recorder on her phone. She sits on the floor, holds the phone, and begins to speak slowly. I am Hana. I work at a flower shop. She stops and presses play. She listens to her own voice for the first time. It sounds strange, weak, not clear. She frowns. Why do I sound like that? The R in flower is too strong. The S is too soft. The sentence doesn't sound like the YouTube teacher. She tries again. My name is Hana. I sell flowers. She records again. Still not right. Still strange. She feels her confidence drop. She wants to stop. She stares at her notebook. The old sentence is still there. I want more. She picks up her pen and adds, one mistake is not the end. That night, she searches more videos. She learns about mouth shapes. She watches how the teacher moves the lips, the tongue, the teeth. She copies the shapes. She practices the the sound. Think, thank, Thursday, 30. She feels silly at first. Her tongue touches her teeth. Her jaw feels tight, but she keeps going. She stands in front of the mirror. She says the sound again and again. Thank you. 33. Her muscles ache, but the sound becomes easier. She builds a small routine. Every morning, she does 4 steps, talk to the mirror, say one sentence, record it, and listen. Then she smiles, no matter how it sounds. Some recordings are terrible, some are okay, but everyone is a step. Even her bad recordings are better than silence. At least she is trying. One day, a German tourist walks into the shop. He looks at the tulips and asks, are these fresh? Hana's heart jumps. For a second, she freezes. Then she breathes. Yes, she says softly, very fresh. The man smiles and nods. Great, I'll take 2. Hana feels her heart rise. She did it. That night, she writes, I said it. He understood me. A small win. But to her, it's a mountain. She holds on to that feeling like a warm cup of tea. The next day, she finds a new method in a video shadowing. She plays a short sentence in a video, pauses, and repeats it out loud. This is a rose. It is soft and beautiful. She copies the sounds, the rhythm, the emotion. She feels like an actress. copying every word carefully. She repeats the sentence 10 times. At first, her voice feels slow, then it feels natural. She hears herself getting better with each try. The word beautiful gives her trouble. Beautiful. Be your tea. She struggles. She records, listens, tries again, 10, 20 times, still not right. She opens a dictionary app. She listens to the native pronunciation. She writes the word down, slowly, one syllable at a time. She practices again the next day. Finally, it clicks. She says, "This rose is beautiful," and it feels smooth. Her tongue moves easily. Her face lights up. One small victory, hard-earned. She adds a new method record and compare. She records her voice saying a sentence. Then she plays a native speaker's version. She listens, compares, learns. Sometimes the difference is big, sometimes small, but always she learns something. She hears what needs fixing. She hears what is already improving. She stops judging her mistakes. Instead, she studies them. Her mistakes are like little teachers. They tell her what to change, what to practice, what to try next. Each evening, she sits by the window. She looks at the night sky and speaks to it in English. I am learning. I am growing. I am not afraid. Her voice becomes part of her day. Her thoughts begin to appear in English. Simple ones, but natural. She even talks to her plants in English. English becomes her friend. Not a test, not a fear, a quiet companion that walks beside her. Slowly, gently, faithfully. Saturday morning comes. Hana stands outside her flower shop, holding a cup of tea. The street is quiet. She closes her eyes and whispers, "The wind is fresh today." She doesn't plan the sentence. It just comes, naturally, like breathing, like thought. It feels soft, smooth, and true. English is starting to live inside her. She opens her eyes and smiles. Something has changed. She no longer fears every word. She no longer waits for permission. She speaks because she wants to speak. She gives herself a new challenge. Say one full English sentence to a customer each day. Not long, not perfect. Just one brave, clear sentence. Her first chance comes quickly. A young man from Australia walks in. He points to the tulips. "They're nice," he says. Hana smiles and breathes. "Yes." She replies, "These tulips, fresh this morning." He nods, says great, thank you, and walks out. Simple words, but her heart is full of light. That night, she doesn't record or repeat. She sits in silence, remembering the moment, a real conversation, a real success. No script, just courage. The next day, she finds a new video. Interview with a florist in New York. The woman speaks clearly, confidently. Hana plays one line and starts shadowing. This bouquet is made of fresh flowers. She pauses and repeats. Again, again. Her tongue follows the rhythm. Her mouth follows the flow. She feels the energy. She shadows sentence after sentence. She becomes the voice. She doesn't just say the words, she feels them. She doesn't notice the time passing. Hana adds another technique. 3-pass listening. First, she listens to a full video without stopping. Just listening. No pressure, no notes. Second, she listens again. This time, she pauses after each sentence. She repeats it out loud. She focuses on rhythm, stress, tone. She feels her voice improve. Third, she watches again with subtitles. She checks her understanding. She compares what she heard with what was said. She sees what she missed. Then she smiles. She writes a sentence in her notebook. Repeat, notice, improve. This becomes her new rule. Each video, each voice, each day it builds her language step by step. That evening, her son Jihoon hears her speaking. "Mom, are you talking to yourself again?" he asks, laughing. Hana nods, a little shy. "Yes," she says, in English. Jihoon listens. "You sound good," he says, "really good." Hana blushes. "I practice a lot. You know, this word beautiful. It took me 2 full days." He laughs. "You say it better than me." That night, they practice together. Jihoon reads. Hana repeats. They laugh, cheer, and correct each other with joy. Speaking English becomes their secret game, their new evening ritual, their connection. Hana is no longer alone. Her son is walking this journey with her. Back at the shop, Hana begins writing short English notes for her flowers. Fresh tulips today. Smile with sunflowers. Love in every rose. Customers notice. Tourists smile and take pictures. One woman says, "Your English is cute." Hana replies, "It's not cute. It's mine." They both laugh. It feels real. Each sentence is a small bloom. Each word is a petal. Hana is building a garden not just of flowers, but of language. One word, one voice, one day at a time. One cold December morning, Hana wakes up feeling strange. Her throat hurts. Her body aches. She tries to speak, but only air comes out. Her voice is almost gone. She coughs, then tries again. Nothing. She closes her eyes and whispers, "Not now." Her hands shake. She sits on the bed, silent and scared. She stays home that day. No flower shop, no self-talk, no recordings, just her blanket, her tea, and the sound of her own breathing. She feels empty. She lies in bed and thinks, maybe I lost it. Maybe I pushed too hard. The silence feels heavy. She doesn't want to open her notebook. Her phone buzzes. It's a message from Jihoon Rest. "Well, Mom, your English is amazing. I'm proud of you." She smiles weakly but doesn't reply. She picks up her notebook, reads old lines I am learning. I want more. I grow with each word. But today, the words feel far away. She whispers, "I'm tired." She closes the notebook and puts it away. She watches the sky grow dark. She feels like a flower without light. That night, she dreams of her flower shop. It's quiet. No people, no sound. The flowers are dry. She opens her mouth to speak, but no voice comes out. She wakes up with tears on her face. The dream feels too real. She sits at the window, watching snow fall. Everything feels still, frozen, quiet. For 3 days, she doesn't practice. She doesn't listen to English. She doesn't record. She just rests, drinks tea, and lets the days pass slowly. Then, while cleaning, she finds her old phone. She opens the voice recorder. A list of her recordings appears. She hesitates, then presses play. "My name is Hana. I sell flowers. I am happy today." The voice is slow, shaky, but it's her voice. Her first step, her first try, her beginning. She listens to another. "This rose is beautiful." Then another. "Good morning." "Enjoy your day." Each one is stronger than the last. Her voice grows with time. She didn't notice how far she had come, but now she sees it. She hears it. Her progress is real. Her effort didn't disappear. It waited. She writes in her notebook again. Rest is not failure. Even slow is forward. My voice is waiting for me. She breathes deeply and smiles. She tries one sentence. I am learning again. Her voice is quiet, not perfect, but it's there. It comes from her chest. It shakes, but it stands. That evening, Jihoon comes home. He sees the notebook open. You're back? Hana nods. I didn't quit. I just needed silence for a little while. She starts slowly, 5 minutes a day, then 10. No pressure, no goals, just gentle steps. Her voice returns like spring after winter, soft, but steady. She speaks to herself again. She tells her plants good morning. She shadows slow videos. She records 1 line per day. She listens with care and love. She writes new sentences. Mistakes are teachers. My voice matters. Speaking is strength. These words become her fuel, her fire, her reason to rise. Each sentence feels like music. Each sound feels like light. She is not the same Hana. She is growing again, stronger than before. Wiser, braver. Spring comes early this year. The flowers bloom faster. The air feels warmer. Hana stands at her shop, tying new English signs on each bucket with calm hands. Fresh and lovely. Smile with tulips. Love in every petal. Each phrase is short, honest, hers. Tourists stop, smile, and take pictures. One woman asks, Did you write this? Hana smiles proudly. Yes, I did. One day, a group of university students walks in. They're making a short film about people learning English. They ask, Can we interview you? In English. Hana feels her heart beat faster. For a second, old fear rises. But then she remembers her notebook. Even slow is forward. She takes a breath and says, Yes. The camera rolls. Hana stands beside her flowers and speaks with care. I started English with fear, but now I feel free. I speak because I want to. The students listen closely. I talk to myself. I record. I practice. Not perfect, but honest. That's enough. A student nods. You're brave? Hana smiles. I'm just learning. She looks into the camera. If I can speak, you can too. That night, she writes 1 line again and again. This is my voice. It is strong. A month later, her interview is online. Thousands of people watch. Hundreds leave comments. One says, She speaks with heart. Another, She gives me hope to start. Hana reads each message slowly. Her hands shake, but her heart is steady. One comment says, I cried. Her voice is not perfect, but it is beautiful. She realizes something powerful. Her story is not just hers. It belongs to everyone who feels afraid, who starts late, who still wants to grow. She begins posting short videos. One says, Today's flower is sunflower. It means hope. Speak today, even 1 word. Another, Your accent is a flower. Let it bloom. Her videos don't go viral, but they touch people. A woman in her 60s writes, I was scared, but I saw your face. I heard your voice. I started. A young boy messages, My English teacher showed us your video. You speak slow. I understand. Thank you. Hana cries quietly. Her voice has become a light. People begin calling her the English flower lady. Some tourists come not for flowers, but for conversation. She smiles, listens, and replies without fear. One little girl asks, "Can you teach me English?" Hana laughs gently. "Like me, I still learn." But she says yes. They sit on a bench and repeat words. She teaches like she learned, slowly, honestly, one sentence at a time. "This is a rose. Roses are red. Roses are soft." The girl smiles and repeats. Hana's voice has changed. It's not louder, but it's deeper, wiser, more human. It carries stories, mistakes, joy. It carries courage. It carries light. She sits in her shop and records one final video. Her voice is steady. Her eyes are soft. If you are learning English, please remember this. Your voice matters. You are not too late. You don't need perfect. You need practice. You don't need talent. You need heart. And you don't need to be loud. Just true. She smiles into the camera and adds, "This is your turn. Start today."